Will you please put your hands together for Marissa Kay?
Mick and I have been dating for like a month, and it is like so good. And we're supposed to go to dinner, but we've been hanging out on the couch for a while, having one of those early relationship sort of long conversations about, you know, sex and old partners and things we've done and things we'd like to do. And he looks at me sort of randomly and says, "Are you comfortable saying no to me?" And I'm like, "Yes." He's like, "Okay, because I just got the impression that you don't have a lot of practice." And I was like, "What?" Because let me tell you about me. I'm a lawyer, I'm a mom, I write feminist essays and I put them on the internet. I'm a woman on Twitter. Like, there is not a lot about me that says, like, shrinking violet, can't say no. But then I realized he wasn't talking about saying no to dudes on Twitter or, like, saying no on behalf of a client or my child. He was talking about saying no in the bedroom. And I was like, Well, okay, so when I was 18, I really liked this guy, Chris. We were baristas together. It took me like a year to get him to notice me, and then he finally did, and I took him as my date to my senior prom. And I was so excited because I really liked him. And then we went home together after my senior prom, and we like get into bed, and he's so hot. And he says, "All I want to do is eat your pussy for like an hour." Right. So 38-year-old me is like, yeah. 18-year-old me was like, Because I really didn't know what I was supposed to do with myself like for an hour. Like, an hour, you know? And he was serious. Like, that was what he wanted. That was all he wanted. And I really liked him, and I really wanted him to, like me. So I was like, yes. And that is what he did. He went down on me for an hour, and I had no idea what to do with my hands or, like, anything. But it was okay, you know? And, like, when I was, like, 25, I was dating this girl. It was pretty casual. She also had a boyfriend, but I really liked, she was also very hot. And she said, "Well, I have this fantasy. I want to take you back to my house. I'm going to tie you up in my bed. I'm going to fuck you. But the whole time, my boyfriend is going to be downstairs playing video games." And I was like, I mean, he's just gonna stay down there playing video games? And she was like, yeah. And she really wanted to do this, and I didn't have an objection to it, so I went back to her house, I waved to the boyfriend on my way in, he's playing video games. We went upstairs, she tied me up, she fucked me, she untied me, I went back downstairs, wave at the boyfriend on the way out. He's still playing video games. I have no idea what that was about, honestly. But it was fine. And so I started thinking, like, am I just this, like, yes girl? Do I just say yes to every, like, thing that people come to me with? You know, that's not exactly true, because what I realized is I'm pretty picky on the front end. Like, I date people for a while, I sort of feel them out, and I'm really good at picking people that kind of want to do things that I already kind of want to do. And some of it is that I've gotten lucky. You know, nobody's ever asked me to do something that I'm, like, morally opposed to doing. That's luck. But for the most part, like, had I just been saying yes to, like, everyone for everything this whole time? And, like, if that were true, why? And I started thinking about This guy I was dating in my early 30s, he was a professor, and he was 12 years older than me, and I was in love with him, and he loved me, but it was like, I loved him. And he was just like, I love you too. And that was like not okay, with me. I wanted him to be like the same. So one time he was reading me this article, I think it was an interview that John Mayer gave to Playboy magazine. This was like 2010. So John Mayer refers to Jessica Simpson in Playboy magazine as sexual napalm. And I was like, that. And I'm not actually sure what sexual napalm is. I really don't think that John Mayer could even tell you what sexual napalm is. But what I meant was, I wanted him to feel that way about me. Like I was just this like burning, like desire thing that he just couldn't get off of him, like forever. Like he was gonna think about me forever. He was never gonna have sex with anyone else without that like, ugh. And what I realized is, when you say yes to the things that people are like afraid to ask for, or that no one else has really been willing to give a try, like that is a fast track to them thinking you are amazing in bed. Amazing. It's sort of the sex version of that networking trick. You know this networking trick? If you go to a party, you don't know anyone, and you just talk to strangers and you ask them questions about themselves. You don't have to say anything. Just ask them questions about themselves. They will all leave talking about what an amazing conversationalist you are, but like you've said nothing. You've given nothing. They just like talking about themselves. And that's sort of how people are when you get them talking about their fantasies and the things they want to do. And especially if you're the kind of person, like I'm the kind of person that's like adventurous. I'm GGG, that Dan Savage thing, that good giving and game. Like, I always thought this was a plus. This is like a good thing about me. I'm bisexual, I'm like kinky, I'm a switch. Like, whatever you come up with, like, I'll do it right back to you. Like, let's go, let's do it. Like, what is wrong with being open? But the problem was, now I really liked someone, like, I really, really liked him. And he was asking me to like draw a line and say like, not that. How about this? Which terrified me, really. So we went to dinner. We came home. We watched a movie. We snuggled. He rubbed my feet. And it's like, I'm gonna put on my cute pajamas and we're gonna go have like the amazing sex. And I'm very excited. And so I brush my teeth and I get on my cute pajamas and I come out and he takes me by the hand and we go into his bedroom and he does not kiss me. He does not take a single thing off of me. He just stands me at the end of the bed and he says, okay. Now we're going to practice. Say no. I was like, condescending, bossy, so fucking hot. Like, what is happening? So I looked at him and his beautiful blue eyes, and I was like, okay, no. And he said, good girl. Yeah. And he said, now we're gonna practice, say stop. And I said, stop. And he said, good girl. Yeah. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, now say I don't like it. And I said, okay, I don't like it. And he said, good girl. And then I was like, you're gonna fuck me now, right? He's like, yes, absolutely. So we had the amazing sex, and it was amazing. But I have to tell you, when I was thinking about it later, you know how you like think about it later, like over and over again? The part that I like could not get past was this moment where he asked me to like practice saying no. And I don't know what it was, but it was something about like, he knew that it was something I had never done in anyone's bedroom really before, and he made a space for me to try it. And like, was it comfortable? No. Was it really fucking hot?